So today I'm going to be talking about multiple versions of the slang piece because this one does have a bit of a history. So this is one that this is the original big digital version with text that I'd done. It was originally actually an analog piece but without the text. So what I've done is I've taken some clip art of a crucifix, a rosary crucifix, and some praying hands. I think I tidied it when I was because this is supposed to be it is actually A4. What I did was when I took it from the clip art, blew it up, and printed it off. There were some bits that's zoomed in too much where it is bitmapped a bit. So in those cases, I had actually I think I'd hand drawn some bits in better. So these I'd drawn in, try to colour in things a bit, smooth things off of it. It hasn't done that well. And also I drew in the net fingernails as well. And this regular piece was okay for the time, but it felt a bit unsatisfying in the fact that for a couple of reasons. A, this text, and I talk about this in the book that I've got coming up because this version, all the versions are going to be in there. This text, it was something I put, and it was like, and I've always said it looks like late 90s desktop publishing, that kind of thing. And the reason for that, the good reason for that, is the fact that it was done in the late 90s, from 1998, and it was done on a desktop. This bit was done on desktop publishing, so it's that kind of font I got with it. This is before I came across sites like dafont.com, which has been great. It's a fantastic. If you're trying to do things with logos and stuff or the headers, and you want a good font, that is an amazing site to go. There's a fantastic amount of free fonts, so great. They usually not usually for commercial use, but some of them can be, but they're all free. So these two elements here did definitely look clip arty, and it was okay for its time. And the money, as you can see, is from a photograph, and I don't think, looking back on it some years later, that it just didn't. I don't think they really meshed well. Um, um, but I did do a stylized version of this, where I'd or stark version where I'd completely black and whited it and made it so that this looked a little bit more like line art, and that got used for a friend's band used that for a T-shirt, which I unfortunately don't have anymore. I wish I preserved it because he only did a really small run of them. Um, but then later on, if I go back, I'll scroll along because of how the titles go. I'd taken that and I tried to improve improve it a little, and I did improve it a little by I came across this font here, this tattoo-ish type font, and it kind of made it a bit more of a tattoo type vibe, but I didn't really stylize that very well, so it still looks jarring. It looks out of place, but it was a step in the right direction, and it inspired me to actually try and work on a better version, which is this. This is a version of that text, but it's difficult to see everything around it because this is a PNG, so imagine that in white. But then I wanted to have it with text as well, so here's let's see if I can go back to the original. There you go. So I did one with text and with the black and it's all totally black and white, apart from this crucifix. So I've got new hands. Again, this is still a bit of clip art, but it looks better than the original. And I've got a better looking crucifix because original version, it looks, you can tell it's been blown up from something. It doesn't look right, I don't think. While there's a photographic element, it doesn't really lift out too much. But then that looks good, but I thought it needed might need a bit more to emphasize the money aspect of it. So this is why I colored these $10 notes in green. And also, in fact, the whole pay to pray thing, I mean, this is talking about Catholicism, in the fact that it's got a rosary, but and the money aspect, the whole pay to pray religious thing isn't really a thing here in the UK. And the money I'd used, because taking it from an advert, is British money. So I thought it'd be better to have it be dollars as well. So that was another inspiration for changing it. And I think this looks a hell of a lot better. And the title's the same in the fact of it takes us the whole thing. It's obviously a play on words where you take the whole thing from letters pray, but as you can see, some religions or religious organisations, while some do good work, some do have a predatory nature, and hence the spelling of pray. So I think this is a good, great update for this. I'm much happier with this version of this, and this is what I'm proud to show. And this is going to be this is one on the book is going to be full page, is a full size page in the green one, and that and that they're like half page or quarter page size page, because it's just to show how it shows really um, how the how it's progressed, and also the lack of detail means that it actually probably does look better smaller. So I'll end it on this shot here. So let me know what you think of this. I think it's a great graphic. It does have that, especially that text. It does give that tattoo look. That's why you try to use this text here, because you obviously see a lot of people. You have seen a lot of tattoos of people with of hands in prayer, sometimes even with a rosary and that kind of lettering. And so I wanted to kind of like satirize that somewhat. So let me go back to the green one because I want to end on that one. So let me know what you think of this. Like, share, and subscribe. My description has my merch links in it, and it also has my description has my link training, which is my merch links on my socials. 9.5 times out of 10, I get that wrong. It also has a link to my to my Patreon. So there's ways you can help me out with that, and so because I'm still not making any money off the actual YouTube, but this is a great. I use this right now as a great way of discussing my art, talking about and showing my process and all that kind of thing, and things that I like about art. That's why I got the 3 separate shows in air quotes, episodes. So let me know what you think, as I said, and I shall speak to you soon. Thank you.